Giants are a complete nightmare. Like, Tommy DeVito's their starter, dude. Clown of a franchise. And somehow I have to find a way to lead them to 2 Super Bowl victories within the next 10 seasons, or I suffer consequences. And this is going to be a tougher rebuild than normal, and that's on top of us already having to use the Giants. We have rules to follow each and every season. I'm only allowed 1 trade per year. I can only make a max of 5 off-season signings. In every NFL draft, I'm only allowed to make 3 of the selections. I also have to have 2 MVP winners within the same time frame, and if I fail, I have to wear this Will Levis jersey in every single video through the new year. Today was supposed to be the day where I could finally take it off, but if we fail today, nope. Like, it stinks, dude. Get me out of this. So from here, we're just gonna simulate to the end of the season, and that's where our real work's gonna begin. Honestly, low-key kind of glad we didn't win another game, because that should mean we have the worst record, which should mean we get the first pick. Ravens win the Super Bowl year 1. Hopefully this will be us soon. This team is just so bad, dude. Like, outside of Andrew Thomas, Malik Neighbors, and maybe Wan'Dale Robinson, like, the rest of this offense can go. Poor Madden's done Tyrone Tracy so dirty, so like, he's probably not gonna be in my long-term plans. Tommy DeVito is definitely not gonna be our starter next season, so we'll probably use our #1 pick on a quarterback. And at least our defense has some talent with Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence. I mean, Tyler Nubin, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Bobby are solid, but like, we're just gonna have to add so much more if we actually want to make a Super Bowl. Time for offseason #1 to officially begin. To start things by trying to re-sign 19 different players. Bunch of tough decisions to be made here. Well, the easy decision is all these guys can go. Yes, even Tommy DeVito, Isaiah, Jason, y'all can walk. Evan Neal, absolutely not accepting his 5th-year option. Dory Jackson, you're gone. Aziz, I might bring him back. He is star dev. He's still 25 years old. He's not going to cost me way too much. I'll even give you a 5-year deal. If anything, he'll be a good depth option at outside linebacker. We'll just offer him exactly what he wants. And that's our first player re-signed of the rebuild. Now, Darius Slayton, he doesn't want to re-sign, which is a big deal because that would just mean we have to overpay for him. If he was interested, it'd be a different story, but Darius Slayton, I'm going to let him walk too. Now, Kayvon Thibodeau's a tough one. Do I accept his 5th-year option? It's only $9 million total. I mean, why not? You got the money to spend. I mean, we literally only brought back 2 players. Like, I guess that's what happens when your team's garbage. We better hope this is a good free agency class to spend our money on. Here we go, dudes. Moment of truth. Oh, no, dude. It is an absolute stinker. This might be the worst free agency class, dude, I've ever seen. Guess we're gonna be saving some of that money for next year. And unfortunately, none of the top guys want to sign with us. I wonder why. But I only get 5 signings every offseason, so let me be smart about this. I mean, do I even sign 5? Is it worth it? These are the only players interested in us, dude. That's disgraceful. Now, our defensive situation is absolutely terrible, dude. So I've got to find somebody that we can sign. And Charles here is probably our best bet, although he has no interest in signing. We'll give him a 3-year offer and see what it's looking like. Oh, we're tied with multiple other teams, dude. That's terrible. That means to sign him, we're gonna have to overpay so bad, dude. But like, at the end of the day, we have $80 million to spend. We got to spend this money on somebody, dude. Hopefully that's enough for a 5-star offer. It is, so hopefully we're able to land them. We need free safety. Now, Justin Simmons wouldn't be a long-term option, but it'd be better what we have. But I only want to give him a 1-year deal, though, even if that means I have to overpay a bit. Now, why do the Commanders want him so bad? So I'm gonna overpay, and I might not even get him. So we're tied now, but that's no guarantee. If we don't sign him, I'm gonna go after DeMar Hamlin just cause. I think I'm gonna wait for a young receiver to hit the market hopefully next year, because I just really don't want any of these guys. And again, since none of these guys are real long-term options, I might as well just sign the best offensive lineman available just to like a 1-year deal. If anything can help us out next year. Gosh, dang it, Los Angeles. And the thing is too, I can offer 5 players and there's a good chance I don't get all 5. So that's gonna make it even more tough trying to navigate free agency. We're tied with the Rams, dude, but it's a good chance they get them instead of us. So I get 2 more offers. Now, Drew Dahlman could potentially be a long-term option at the center position. So I might need to try to go all out and get him. Again, even if I have to overpay. Getting anybody that's a long-term option from free agency is always a dub. And especially in this class, like a guy like him would be incredible. It's going to be hard because he's not interested. Where's only 5-star offer though, so hopefully that means good things. I think for our 5th offer, I'll just go after Brandon Scherf, just get a another 1-year offensive lineman. Hopefully draft somebody, maybe get a long-term option next year. Hopefully nobody's gave him anything too crazy. We're tied with 3 other teams. I mean, even if we land all 5 guys, I still have $20 million to spend. So it wouldn't really hurt to give him a lot of money, make sure we get him, because he'd be coming off the books next offseason anyway. Whereas only 4-star offer. So if we get all 5 of these guys, I'll be a happy boy, even though only 2 of them will be on multi-year deals. Here we go, though. Let's send the offers through. Brandon's the only one that hasn't decided yet. And, okay, so it looks like we didn't get Tyron Smith, gosh dang it. But we did get Justin Simmons, Drew Dahlman, and Charles. So Tyron is long gone. We still could possibly get Brandon. So maybe I give a little offer out to Cam Robinson instead. I give him a 2-year deal, so at least he'd be here for more than just 1 year. And I have the money, so I guess why the heck not? God, there's so many other teams trying to get him. So I guess I take a risk, and I'll give him a ton of money. It's either him or like a 65 rated offensive tackle. We'll give him $8.5 million a year, and we're now a 5-star offer for him, so hopefully that's enough to sign him, and hopefully Brandon also signs. You gotta be kidding me. Like, what do you mean? We were his only 5-star offer. God, this game breaks my brain. We also missed out on Brandon. Oh, it's just gonna be so frustrating. I am so desperate right now. Like, I don't have a right guard for next season, so Isaiah Wynn, I'm gonna offer him. Hopefully just for a single season. Why do the Bucks want him? I need him that bad that I'm gonna overpay to make sure we do land him. If the Bucks get him for me somehow, this game's freaking rigged. Now, Levante David's the best player that's unsigned. Like, why not? I have one more spot to give. I have a ton of money to spend that nobody's taken, so let's see if the veteran will join us. Make a solid little inside linebacker core. I mean, it's worth a shot. Oh, what do you know? He chose Pittsburgh. At least we did land Isaiah Wynn. Still gotta find one more player to sign, though. So we do need a left in. Peyton Turner, Series 26, kind of interested, but he's not gonna progress into anything good, is he? So what about David? On a 1-year deal. Hopefully get somebody better next offseason. Why do the Vikings want him? I'll bump it just a little bit, David. Please accept so we can move on to the draft. David does accept and is now a New York Giant. So here's our 5 free agents. Like, nothing too special, but a start is a start. Now, the most important part of the offseason, the NFL draft. And I gotta figure out what the frick to do here, dude, because I get the first pick. Now, I have to say, trading back in the draft does not count towards my trade total. I get 1 at the start of next season for actual players if I want to. So, thing is, I'm more than likely gonna go quarterback. I'm probably gonna go Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. I mean, if you see right here, we have all the quarterbacks scouted, and it says Shedeur Sanders is the only real round 1 talent, so I probably need to go with him. But at the same time, though, the Patriots could trade up and give me something half decent. They have Drake May, so they definitely don't need a quarterback, so I think I could trade back 1 spot and get another draft pick, and also get the guy that I wanted in the first place. So let's see what we can get out of this. Literally just trading back 1 spot. What are the odds we can get pick number 34 and pick number 66? I mean, screw it while you're here. See if we can get pick number 98. I just want to test the waters, see where we're at, and the trade was declined, but it was actually so close. So I can just throw in the 7th round draft pick, and we should be golden. That's insane. How about 2 future 7th round draft picks instead? I'll be fine with this. I'm so upset about that. All right, so it took 2 future 6th round picks, but I 100% think that's worth it for the 2nd pick in the 2nd round, the 2nd pick in the 3rd round, and the 2nd pick in the 4th round. If they pick Shedeur Sanders, I'm gonna be so salty. Roger, please don't give me bad news, please. Yeah, that's definitely not Shedeur Sanders. Who even is that? I think that's Mason Graham out of Michigan. He just looks a little bit too skinny. So with the 2nd pick in the 1st round of the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants are going to select who I hope is the future of this franchise, who hopefully over the next decade can win us 2 Super Bowls at least. Shedeur Sanders in New York might be a problem, but all I care is if you can win for us. And he comes in as a 21st ranked player. We got him at number 2, but with him being a quarterback, I still think that's a great pick. I think we can work with that. So keep in mind, I only get to make 3 selections, and the rest of the picks are decided by the computer. But the good news is I do get 2 picks to start off this 2nd round, so I get some really good talent. And I'm not gonna lie, dude, I think I might just go best player available, and I'm thinking it's Tyler Warren. Either him or Harold Fannin, 2 incredible tight ends. Warren out of Penn State, Fannin out of Bowling Green. Don't know why it says North Carolina. So with that mix up, why don't I just go Tyler Warren? Not an imposter, had a pretty good combine. He could possibly be Shedeur Sanders' safety blanket for the next decade. I mean, I think he's the best player available. Hopefully this isn't a stupid pick. Tyler, don't be bad. All right, 25th ranked player in the draft at 33. I think that's solid. Hidden development too, which is always a massive dub. So I'm not too mad at the first 2 picks. But as mentioned, we have another pick here. But again, I think I might trade down and see if maybe we can acquire another 3rd round pick. So we didn't get a 3rd round pick, but we got the Titans early 4th. So I think think that's a good return for dropping back like 10 picks. Hopefully there's still some talent on the board for us at 44. Now I know we need safety, but we also need ourselves a star running back. Ollie Gordon, are you the man? Like, are you good enough to be selected here in the second round? We can get our future running back, quarterback, and tight end in the future. I mean, screw it, let's try Ollie Gordon. He comes in as the 8th ranked player in the entire draft, which is definitely good. Comes in with a hidden development as well. But fellas, I think it's safe to say we might right there have made the right pick. But unfortunately, that's all the picks I get to make, although we have 2 picks here at the start of the 3rd round. Hopefully the CPU does good for us. I just have to make sure each and every offseason that we hit on our first 3 rounds, because if we don't do, we could be screwed. At the same time, the computer could draft better than me. Here we go, dude. Moment of freaking truth here. The Giants come in with an incredible draft class. 76 Shedeur Sanders, 75 Tyler Warren, 77 Ollie Gordon. The computer drafted 75 rated Malachi Moore at free safety, which is a great pick for us. Jalen Walker's not bad at a 70 rated outside linebacker. We got a 70 rated guard. Jason Henderson, 74 rated middle linebacker. Could be our middle linebacker of the future. And then for some reason in the last 4 rounds, we got some hashtags. But I think we're off to a pretty good freaking start. I mean, it's going to be tough for Shedeur Sanders behind this stinky offensive line. But at the end of the day, dude, he's got a young, good tight end to throw to. He's got a stud running back and a young superstar receiver to throw to. And this defense looks much better, but we still have a long ways to go. Now, don't forget, we still get to make 1 trade before we sim our first real season. I got to make sure I make it count. And our 1 trade of the season, I believe, is a massive one as we bring in Paris Johnson, who could be our future right tackle. We traded away Justin Simmons, who I want to give Malachi Moore the playing time there now. Evan Singletary, Ollie Gordon's going to start there, and Evan Neal, he's going to be replaced by Paris Johnson. We declined his 5th-year option anyway, and we had to get rid of a future 2028 4th. So I think this team's now ready for their first real season. We're up to an 81 overall squad with an 80 offense and 83 defense, or at least that's a start. Honestly, I just want to see progress this season. I mean, we have a super young team. I'd be happy with like 6-7 wins. At bare minimum, just want to see progress. There is just no gosh dang way. We went 12-5 with a first round bye. I've got to prove this to you guys. That's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. We lost the first 3 preseason games, but I'm not kidding you, dude. We beat the Cowboys. We beat the Lions. We lost the Commanders by 5. Went on a 4-game winning streak. Lost to the Chiefs by 7, but beat the Bears by 5. Lost to the Cowboys second time we played them. Lost to the Eagles. Beat the Patriots. Beat the Eagles away from home. Beat the 49ers. Got revenge against the Commanders. Beat them by 2 touchdowns. Then lost to the Packers by 2 touchdowns in Lambeau. But oh my god, dude. I mean, I knew I improved the team, dude, but I didn't expect 12 wins and a first round bye. Gotta see how the heck this happened. We had a top 10 offense in the NFL despite how young we were. And we had a top 10 defense. Shedeur Sanders, that's just insane numbers for a rookie. 22 interceptions obviously is too much, but 47 touchdowns, 4,300 yards as a rookie is wild. Like, surely with 47 passing touchdowns as a rookie, dude, he won Rookie of the Year. And he had an incredible, nice completion percentage too. Now, how did Ollie Gordon do? He put up 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's not too shabby. He is up to an 85 overall already. I didn't even check, most importantly, what's Shedeur Sanders up to? He is up to an 87 overall, and he is already a superstar. I don't think he gained a dev trade throughout the season, so I'm assuming he came as a superstar. So I think we made the right pick. I mean, dude, he's a rookie, and he's already a top 10 quarterback. He's 22, dude. Surely he has 2 Super Bowls in him, right? What about through the air? Malik Neighbors put up 100 catches, 1,700 yards, and 24 touchdowns. Oh my god, this guy is a monster. Already up to 90 overall. Already a top 10 receiver. He's also 22. Like, this team is filled with so much young talent. Like, we might win our 2 Super Bowls in the first few years. And not to mention the rookie Tyler Warren almost putting up as many catches as Malik Neighbors. 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns. Imagine we could give this offense another quality receiver. Not to mention Ollie Gordon putting up some decent numbers through the air. Now, what about defensively? It looks like we had a few guys get over 10 plus sacks. Brian Burns with 14.5, Dexter Lawrence with 13, and Kayvon Thibodeau with 11. By far far the best season of his career. And he's the guy that was kind of on the fringe. Like, I don't know, like, if I really wanted to give him a contract when it runs out, which actually he had 11.5 sacks a few years ago. I didn't even know that. But still, an incredible season, and honestly, that probably warrants the big bucks. Now, I've got to see, dude, Lamar Jackson wins MVP. Shedeur Sanders did come in the top 10, so we were like 5 spots away from already getting our first MVP winner. Surely he'll win one the next few years, right? How did I not win Coach of the Year, dude? I brought the Giants from 2-15 to 12-5. Dumb game. And of course, Malik Neighbors won Offensive Player of the Year. We had, Brian Burns come in second for Defensive Player of the Year. Kayvon came in the top 10, so did Dexter Lawrence. Now, Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ashton Jeanty, dude. We got robbed. We literally had 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. Defensively, Malachi Starks won, and Travis Hunter came in 2nd. We didn't have anybody in the top 10, unfortunately. What the frick did Ashton Jeanty do? I mean, come on, dude. Is that more impressive than 47 touchdown passes? I mean, the squad's already up to an 85 across the board, dude. Like, we legitimately might be ready to go ahead and go on our first Super Bowl push. Now, it kind of depends on who we take on in the divisional round. We get the Vikings, which could be a tough matchup. Which, if we do somehow get past the Vikings, it's not going to get any easier, as we're going to take on either the Lions or Eagles in the conference championship. But one step at a time, brother. One step at a time. You have this game at home at least, and we're going to come out of here with a loss. Oh, that hurts. After such a good season, dude, we go down 21-33. They outgained us by 100 yards. Shedeur Sanders to a pick. Oh, we couldn't run the ball when we needed to the most. We couldn't stop Jordan Addison or TJ Hawkinson, dude. Come on. Not too mad at it. We exceeded expectations by a long shot this year, so you just give me one more solid offseason. I'm telling you guys, we're going to make the freaking Super Bowl. Well, to be completely fair, the Vikings went on to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, so it's not like we got knocked out by any slouch. Looks like JJ McCarthy's having fun. But so are we, dude, as we've had a ton of changes in this offseason, as Malik Neighbors, now an X-Factor, Shedeur Sanders, now an X-Factor, Tyler Warren, now a superstar. And it's just crazy because everybody on this team, dude, is young, and they're just gonna get better. They've had some moves on defense, too, some for the worse, some for the better. Brian Burns lost his X-Factor. Kayvon Thibodeau, though, became a superstar, as did Tyler Nubin. I don't understand why Brian Burns won linebacker of the year, but lost his dev trait. Again, dumb game. Our poor kicker retired. But you best believe, boys, we're gonna be right back in the playoff race next season, especially considering we have $127 million to spend. 15 players ready to negotiate this time around. To Paris Johnson, 100% we're accepting his 5th-year option. Now, Cordero Fly, 82 rated cornerback. He's only 25, 100% interested in bringing him back, especially since he's interested in coming back. Give you a 5-year deal, even up the money a little bit. Welcome back, Cordell. Now, Wan'Dale Robinson, I don't think we can lose him. Now, the only problem is he has no interest in rejoining. So maybe I give him a little enticing offer, maybe 5 years, up the money just a bit. I mean, as he's only 25, I feel like he could progress in this offense. He is going to free agency. Screw you. Deontay Banks, do I accept his 5th-year option? Like, that's so much money. Probably not, because I can re-sign him for cheaper to a multi-year deal next offseason. Micah McFadden, you probably can go. Daniel Bellinger, you can go. Dane Belton, you can go. All these guys. Isaiah Wynn, do I bring him back just for depth purposes? I mean, he's cheap on a 1-year deal if he comes back. What do you mean? And talk about depth, since I'm only able to sign 5 off-season free agents, all the guys that could be key depth pieces for me, maybe I do need to try to bring them back even on 1-year contracts each year. So David is coming back, so that was simple enough. And like Micah McFadden, like he's gonna be a 3rd-string middle linebacker, so maybe we could re-sign him and use him as a trade target. Maybe we just offer him a 2-year deal, and like, what do you mean? Same thing with Daniel Bellinger. Like, I'll just give him a base little offer, and he wants to go to a new team. Fair play. So I think we're good with that, and that's gonna leave us with $100 million to spend. So gotta hope to God that this year's free agency class is better than last year's. All right, here we freaking go, dude. Moment of truth. Okay, hold on a second. Mark Andrews is there, but unfortunately, we have ourselves a superstar tight end, so that would just be a waste of money. Joe Thuney, though, that a lot of these players this year actually interested in me, so that makes me happy, but there's like a really big drop off though, unfortunately. Once again, make sure we spend our money wisely, and 100% I'm gonna try to sign Joe Thuney because he is super interested. I'll give you a 2-year deal, keep you here till you're 35. We're by far his best offer. I would love to sign Derrick Henry, you know, but I don't want to step on the toes of Ollie Gordon's development. Now, Kendall Fuller on a 1-year deal, he's 86 rated. Like, this wouldn't be a terrible little offer. Now, Grady Jarrett could easily play left in for us and would be a big improvement. He wants a 2-year deal. I don't know about that, dude. You're 33. You'll probably be like a 79 rated next year. Probably normal development. We're his literal only offer, though. Now, we definitely need a wide receiver, and unfortunately, Wan'Dale Robinson is probably the best option, but I don't think he wants to join us for some reason. I mean, I'll see what he says to our offer. Tied with 2 other teams, unfortunately. What about Christian Watson? Gave him a little 3-year offer. Also tied with 2 other teams. So I probably can't risk it because I got to get at least one of those guys. So I do need to up the offer a bit. Same thing with Christian Watson. So we're 4-star offer for both, but I don't want to land both of them. So what do? I think what I'm going to do is if I accidentally land an extra player, I can undo the signing in the transaction screen. So if we sign both and I don't want them, I'll find a way to void their contract. How about that? Which means I can sign one more player. I can sign Joel Bitonio to play right guard for us if he wants to. We're literally his only offer. So I guess what we're going to do from here is go ahead and evaluate them. Okay, so we got both Joe Thuney and Joel Bitonio. What about the other 4 fellows? We got Joe Thuney, Bitonio, Grady Jarrett, and Christian Watson. So Wan'Dale Robinson's still thinking about it. So I guess what I do from here is just withdraw that offer. We missed out on Kendall Fuller. Why? So we need some D tackle depth. So why not sign the best one available? Give a 1-year deal to DJ. Tie with 4 other teams. I mean, I have the money, so I could go ahead and go on top of all of them. Now it's still leaving me with like over 10 million. Where's best offer? Let's see if he accepts. And he does! So there's our 5 signings from this offseason. I have to say, it's much better than last year's. Now it's time for another banger draft class. Not gonna lie, I don't even know what pick I have. I have pick number 28. Let's make this count. Oh, what sucks is Caleb Downs is available, and I just know he's gonna be so good, but I can't do it. Like, safety is the last position that we need. Now, what we could use is a young, long-term center. And I know Parker Brailsford from Alabama is an absolute monster. Now, I don't know what his overall would be, but he definitely could progress. A's across the board. Like, he'll probably be 74, 75 rated, but I think that would be worth it for a late first-round pick. And he's 41 in true value. Got him at 28, and he comes with hidden development. That is all that matters, literally. We get to pick here late in the 2nd round. And I'm not gonna lie, Trey Moore off my board is a projected 3rd to 4th round prospect, but he looks like the best prospect left. He's quite the beast in real life too. I'm gonna take him, and he's gonna come in as the 54th best player. We got him at 60, not terrible. He could be our eventual Kayvon Thibodeau replacement if we can't pay him. So our 3rd and final selection here late in the 3rd round. Kind of want a wide receiver, but all the wide receivers at this point suck. I think I'm gonna be a crazy boy and take another Alabama offensive lineman. This is one of those points where, like, I don't think there's anybody good left in the draft, so I think he's gonna be our best bet. Always could use offensive line depth. I don't know why nobody in this draft competed in the freaking combine, but has really good ratings for a lineman here, sitting basically in the 4th round. So hopefully he's not a complete absolute stinker. And he's a 63rd ranked player. We got him at 92. Does have hidden depth too, so that's an absolute dub. So hopefully the old CPU can finish us off strong here. Here we go, dude. No big deal. Just trying to reveal all their overalls, and we get 74 rated Parker Brailsford, a 73 rated Trey Moore, and a 72 rated Elijah Pritchett. The computer didn't really help us out too much, but that's not too bad of a first 3 rounds. So into year 3, dude, I feel like this offense is better than it's ever been. We do lose Wan'Dale Robinson, but I think Christian Watson is going to be a good replacement. And defensively, I feel like we're as good as ever. But don't forget, before we start the season, we get to cook up a trade real quick. Fellas, we are about to get our potential defensive end of the future here. Just have a few details to iron out. And there freaking is, dude. We get Latu out of Indy. 3 players on expiring contracts. Not even going to play for me. And a 5th round draft pick from 2 years down the line. We need a backup for Shedeur Sanders. And I think Russell Wilson's going to be the guy. He has mentor player tag. Absolutely going to be a solid backup. Now, I think this team is ready to roll. I mean, I think this is a Super Bowl caliber defense. Give me more than 12 wins this year. Come on. There's no way we missed the playoffs, right? That is unbelievable. It doesn't really help that we started the season out 1-5. Like, what a tough stretch to start the year, dude. Beat the Cowboys away from home, then had to go away from home against the 49ers, had to play the Eagles, the Lions, and away from home against the Eagles again. Then at the Texans, at the Ravens, we beat both of those teams. An anomaly, got beat by 21 by the Commanders away from home, but like, we had such a tough schedule, dude. We're just one game from making the playoff. I mean, we had a top 10 offense, so you can't ask for much better. Our defense sucked. Why? I mean, Shedeur just needs to limit those turnovers, dude. He'd be one of the best quarterbacks in the league already. And keep in mind, this is literally just his second year, and he's already a 91 rated as a 23-year-old. Ooh, we couldn't run the ball. Like, why? Ollie Gordon was so much better last year, and I just don't understand. He's up to an 88, so at least he got a little bit better. Now, through the air, definitely not as good as last year for Malik Neighbors. Still put up 1,100 yards, 17 touchdowns. Tyler Warren is an absolute monster. I mean, we were very close to having 4 1,000-yard receivers, and definitely not as much success this time around getting to the quarterback. Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence was the only two with double-digit sacks. And Kayvon Thibodeau, dude, he's just so kind of inconsistent. I mean, 7 sacks is still solid, but like, what am I going to pay you? As a 7-sack guy or a double-digit sack guy? Ooh, that two did absolutely nothing. Neither did our rookie Trey Moore. Sanders still got top 10 MVP votes. We just need you to win the gosh dang thing. I mean, he did lead the NFL in passing yards. Not in passing touchdowns, though, because of this guy. I mean, the squad's up to an 89 overall with a 91 offense and 88 defense, so I really feel like this was just a fluke year. I mean, Malik Neighbors is going to be a 99 overall in no time, dude. Get me to the offseason so we can improve some more. Why did y'all quit on us? Now, did we have any dev trait changes? Yes, we did. We now have our third X factor on offense. And defensively, I think the only thing that changed was Brian Burns got his X factor back, and I think Trey Moore became a star. Like, with our depth of Walker, Trey Moore, and Aziz, do we just let Kayvon Thibodeau walk instead of paying him like $20 million a year? Maybe even trade him away for something good in return? Tough decisions are going to have to be made, because eventually, dude, we're going to have to pay guys like Brian Burns again. Dexter Lawrence going to have to get paid. Not to mention Shedeur Sanders, Ollie Gordon, and Tyler Warren at the same exact time. And the year before that, we're going to have to find a way to pay freaking Malik Neighbors. In the meantime, let's figure out what the heck to do with this money. Don't know how much of that's going to have to be spent on these 17-player renegotiations. See, dude, Malik Neighbors, 5th-year option. It's already time, man. Ooh, Kayvon Thibodeau already. We have to re-sign him. Oh, that's tough. I thought it was next year. Well, wait a minute to decide. Now, Deontay Banks, I told you guys I declined his 5th-year option because I knew he'd be a lot cheaper. I want to give him a 4-year deal and make sure we do get to bring him back, because it's always nice to have quality DBs. It says the offer's perfect. Oh, it's already Latu's 5th-year option too. I think I'm gonna decline it because I feel like I could get him for cheaper possibly. Oh, Bobby, definitely want to bring him back, but nothing more than a 2-year deal. And the veterans returned, and that's big. When did I get Brandon Aubrey? We're getting him for cheap, so I'll give him a 7-year deal. He's the best kicker in the league. We also have an 85 rated star punter. He's only 25 years old. Again, I'll give you a 7-year deal to punt for us, dude. Why are you going to free agency, Brett? So I have 100 mil to spend. Now, Grady Jarrett, that's just too much, dude. Like, if I'm gonna spend that much on a defensive end, it's gonna be somebody better than you in free agency. I mean, we have the money. Now, Jalen Hyatt, he doesn't really want to return. I mean, I wouldn't be too mad if he left, but I will lock him down for a few years. He's a good depth piece for us. He's also joining free agency. Now, Kayvon Thibodeau, here's the thing, dude. I think I don't want to lose him for free, so I might offer him a 1-year deal worth quite a bit of money to make sure he accepts. This is all strategic, playing chess, not checkers. I'm gonna give him a big deal and probably use him in a trade to get a long-term player at a position of need. I just hope he will accept a 1-year deal, and he does. I mean, Elijah's good depth here. I don't want to lose him if I don't have to, but he's not interested. The rest of these guys get out of here, which officially leaves us with $85 million to spend in free agency. Hopefully it's a decent free agent class. I know we need 2 wide receivers at least, because I think we now only have 2 wide receivers on the freaking team. Probably need to draft some. 2 Brian Branch is sitting there. Oh my god. I mean, we already have Tyler Nubin, but I could get Brian Branch and trade Nubin away. This is just such a good player to hit free agency, dude. I gotta offer him something. I mean, we're his #1 offer. I don't know why anybody has offered him better than that. Now, Deebo Samuel's a free agent, but I don't want to give him a 2-year deal. I don't know if he'll accept a 1 though. Now, Dontavian Wicks wouldn't be a bad offer. I would give him probably a 3-year deal. So adding Deebo and Wicks to our wide receiver room would be crazy. I do want to make sure I at least get one of them, so I'm going to up the offer a bit to make it a 5-star. Had the lead on him. We're tied for Debo. I mean, I could sign Elgton Jenkins to a 1-year contract, let him play right guard as some of my backup offensive linemen progress a little bit. Maybe they can take over the year after. I need to up it, though, to pass the Panthers. Keep in mind, I'm trying to make sure I have enough money to re-sign Malik Neighbors a year from now, I believe. Currently have 4 targets on the board. Need to find one more to sign. So I do need defensive end quite badly, and Grady Jarrett is literally the only offer, unless I get Lucas Van Ness. Would he be too expensive, or I just go 1-year deal for Grady Jarrett? I think I'm gonna do 1-year deal for Grady Jarrett, bring him back, we'll take all of our money, and let's see if we get all 5 of our targets. We got Grady Jarrett, also got Elgton Jenkins and Dontavian Wicks. Now Brian Branch is still considering his offer, which is weird. Now, I think that does mean we missed out on Debo, so I do need to sign another receiver. Wouldn't mind giving John Mechie a little 2-year offer. Tied with the Bills. I just want to, I want to make sure we get Brian Branch, but I don't think there's any reason in offering more because we still have an offer better than everybody else. I'm gonna go ahead and send it through. And gosh, dang it, the Browns matched us. Screw it, dude. I'm upping it as much as humanly freaking possible. I mean, this is probably an insane offer, but how many opportunities do you normally have to sign a 93 rated 25-year-old superstar safety in free agency? I mean, I can't offer much more than that, so we're gonna have to send it through, and he goes to the Browns. That's insane. That's such a tease. We did get John Mechie, though. I still have room to sign one more. We need defensive line depth pretty badly, so I wouldn't mind bringing in Leonard Williams just as like a 1-year depth player. And we got him. Not the best free agent class. I hate that we missed out on Brian Branch, but his loss. Now let's put out our frustration and put together our best draft class yet here. We should at least have a better draft pick here. We get pick number 17. I would just like to point out the fact that Arch Manning's currently on the board. No big deal. Now we could go offensive line again, and maybe he could be the long-term Andrew Thomas replacement. Jordan Seaton, big offensive tackle out of Colorado. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take him. Screw it. Can't have too many good offensive linemen. He's the 11th best player in the draft. Let's go. Hidden depth too. That's a dub. Now what do we do in the second round here? I need running back depth, and Jadarian Price seems like the best running back on the board. He's projected 3rd, 4th round player, but I really like his ball carrier vision, his break tackle. We'll go ahead and make the selection, and he comes in. There's just absolutely no way. I really didn't think he was that good. Oh my gosh, hidden development player, 94 speed. Holy crap, dude, what a dub. I do think this is a down draft class and a really good running back class, so he's probably not like too crazy. He's probably like a 76-ish, but I'll take that 100%. Now here in the 3rd round, gonna do the same exact thing, get another absolute banger. Definitely need defensive tackle depth, so I'm probably gonna go with one of these 2 guys up top of the board. Whichever one has the most A's that we have scouted, and looks like it's gonna be Jordan Hall. Don't know why they all say he didn't participate at the combine. It really kind of screws my draft process up. Oh, he has D awareness. Oh no. Screw it, dude. I'm too deep in. Jordan Hall, please be a banger. He comes in at 52 overall. With that being pick number 89, that's good. Hidden development 2 with 95 strength. Oh my gosh, dude. We take that. Now, what are the odds our front office on their own could draft a few studs here to end off this class? So is our class really that good? So Seaton comes in at 76. That running back came in at a 77. Jordan Hall at a 72. And then our last 3 picks were kind of extremely mid. But those first 2 picks were quite the dubs. We take that. So here into the 4th season, and I do think it's time we trade on Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, we have really good depth, and we're going to have to save at some of these positions. So why not go ahead and trade him away and get something back in return? I need to make some signings in free agency first to be able to fill out the squad, though. Need a backup quarterback again, and I think Geno Smith is going to be that man. Also need depth at tight end. I'm just going to take a veteran. That's going to be Jonnu Smith. Always got to get somebody with that mentor tag. And also need one more wide receiver to fill out the roster, and I don't know who that veteran would be. Maybe Alan Lazard? He's not a mentor? Who's a mentor? Juju Smith's a mentor? Yeah, dude, maybe at freaking TikTok. Now time to go figure out what to do with Kayvon Thibodeau. And also, since we have that rookie, let me go ahead and trade away Tyrone Tracy, too. We're not going to spend the money on him. So our main priority is 100% a long-term option at the defensive end position. So I'm not going to lie, dude, there's not that many good fits out there that actually are realistic. So I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with Kalijah Cansey, who's just on a 1-year deal, but I could re-sign him long-term and he can get better throughout the years. I will have to pay him, though. It sucks. But I also feel like I could get a decent little draft pick out of this deal. Maybe even a second, potentially. It's close. What if I threw in a next year's 4th? not good enough. I mean, since I'm getting a defensive end, I could trade away Leonard Williams, I guess. How about this? A little bit closer. I mean, an extra second round pick, dude, would be absolutely freaking massive. Come on, dude. Stop being so freaking stingy. All right, I don't know if it's a good trade or not, but we do get a second round pick from this upcoming draft. Had to trade away Kayvon Thibodeau, Tyrone Tracy, Leonard Williams, and 2 future fourths. Hopefully, it'll be worth it. Hopefully, this is now what our defensive line is going to look like for a long time to come. Hopefully, this is what the D-line looks like for at least like the next 3-4 years. And dude, we got this squad up to an 89 overall with a 91 offense, 88 defense. This is 100% a Super Bowl caliber team. And we got to make the most of it, dude, before I have to pay guys like Malik Neighbors. Can we at least please make it back to the playoffs? We have 2 Super Bowls to win. But you best believe I will take a 13-4 record with another first round bye. And that was in a division where 3 teams made the playoffs. We did that because we had a top 5 offense, which I think is one of our best finishes yet. Defensively, we were top 10 again. I knew trading on Kayvon Thibodeau wasn't going to ruin us too much. I mean, come on now. Shedeur Sanders put up 4,700 yards, 49 touchdowns, 8 picks. Like, surely this won us our first MVP. Surely. Now, Ollie Gordon back to doing what Ollie Gordon does. 1,250 yards, 4.8 yard per carry average, which is by far the best of his career, and 9 touchdowns. I want to see he is up to a 90 overall, so he's turned into one of the best in the league. He's now 12. And before we check Malik Neighbors' stats, I want to see where Shedeur Sanders is at. He is a 96 overall, dude. So he's getting super close already to being a 99 overall quarterback. He's almost top 5. Keep in mind, he's only 24. I just know, dude, he's probably going to command freaking 60, 70, 80 million dollars a year at this rate. I really wish in franchise you could sign somebody to an extension before the last year of their deal, because I feel like I could like sign him to an extension now and get him for cheaper than what it would be 2 years down the line. What about Malik Neighbors? He put up a 1,200 yard season, 15 touchdowns. Tyler Warren has been incredible, dude. I think he's had 1,000 yards every year of his career, which is crazy. Now up to a 90 overall, dude. He's a freaking almost a top 5 tight end. Yeah, dude, he's just been dominating since the freaking beginning. Had a career high in receptions, yards, and touchdowns this year. Dontavian Wicks was incredible with his 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns, and Christian Watson put up 760 yards, 10 touchdowns, was a good signing. Ollie Gordon putting in some work through the air too. He's a freaking fantasy football owner's dream. I have to say though, Malik Neighbors, he's now up to a 97. His production has dropped a little bit. That's mainly because the receivers around him, like Tyler Warren, have taken targets away, which is fine because it makes the team better. What about defensively? Do we pick up Kayvon Thibodeau's slack? Not really. Latu actually did something decent this year. Had 7 sacks. Elijah Cansey had 6.5. So, I mean, we kind of replaced Kayvon Thibodeau with these 2 guys putting up numbers, but I kind of wish we'd have got more. Jason Henderson put up some decent stats for the first time. Ojulari had a 1.5. Unfortunately, Trey Moore did absolutely freaking nothing, dude. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more from him. Now, please tell me Shedeur Sanders won MVP so we can get something going towards his challenge. He finished 2nd in the league with 4,700 yards. But he threw 4 less touchdowns than Mahomes and 4 less picks, so Mahomes honestly probably stole it from him. Yeah, especially with him having 5 touchdowns on the ground. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it robbed from us. He barely came in the top 5, dude. Like, so weird. Guess we're gonna have to go make up for it with a freaking Super Bowl berth. I mean, the squad is beyond ready, dude. It's up to a 90 overall with a 92 offense. Like, give us our freaking Super Bowl, dude. It's deserved. Now, who do we get here in the divisional round? Hopefully, we actually make this first round bye count. We get the 8-9 Cardinals, dude. Absolutely no chance we lose to them here. How did they even make it, dude? It took down the Eagles by 10. That's interesting. If we go 13-4, get a first round bye with the best team we've had yet, and lose to the 8-9 Cardinals at home, this franchise is cursed. Come on, get the dub, advance to the conference championship. Let's freaking go, dude. Although I have to say the victory is a little bit more slim than what I anticipated. We outgained them by almost 160 yards, though. Shedeur Sanders, absolute masterclass, dude. Ollie Gordon, decent game on the ground. Christian Watson led us. Malik Neighbors had 3 touchdowns. I have to take on the Buccaneers now, which is our last test before the Super Bowl, and I really hope, dude, we don't have to take on the Chiefs. Here we go, dude. No big deal. Just our first ever conference championship and our first chance to actually make a freaking Super Bowl for once. I feel like it's so deserved. Come on, let's go! And how insane, dude. We get a MetLife matchup. New York Giants versus New York Jets. How in the world did they end up taking down the Chiefs? 41-7. I mean, we won 49-21. My God. There might be 100 points total scored in this Super Bowl. I'm kind of scared, though. How did they beat the Chiefs 41-7? That's insane. Cam Ward, by the way, which is crazy. We got a Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders Super Bowl matchup. Mahomes threw 3 picks, dude. Like, what happened? Oh, we got that Miami receiver to worry about. He's balling out, apparently. Garrett Wilson, you know, same thing as Malik Neighbors, putting up 3 touchdowns. They also got Michael Meyer playing well for him. And how did we do this? We had 521 yards of offense. He threw 6 touchdowns to 0 picks. Jackson Dart couldn't hang. Ollie Gordon with another incredible game. Elite Neighbors with 4 touchdowns. He's playing out of his freaking skull right now. Same thing with Christian Watson, dude. Like, nobody can stop these guys in the playoffs. So I think it's safe to say, fellas, this is about to be an absolute barn burner. I mean, we got the 4 overall advantage, so I'd like to think we could win this. What a freaking quarterback matchup we have here, though. Here we go. Our chance to break the curse and win the Giants their first Super Bowl since, what, 2008 with the click of a button. We somehow stopped the Jets in the red zone. It's 7-7 just like that. This has already been a crazy, crazy game. We're down 10-7. Tie game. Going into the 4th quarter. 17-10. We take the lead. The Jets get a field goal. We win this game 17-13. So much less offense than what I think everybody anticipated. But you know what, brother? Don't care, as we get the Gatorade bath, which signifies Super Bowl win number 1. Which hopefully, dude, this is just the first of many. Better hope so. Shedeur definitely outdueled Cam Ward. Ollie Gordon definitely outdueled Breece Hall. Especially when you consider he was the game's leading freaking receiver. Malik Neighbors was quiet in this game, but obviously didn't matter. Such a beautiful sight, though. Especially when you consider I won Coach of the Year. Bad news is Jonnu Smith, Geno Smith, and Joe Thuney retires, who is one of our highest rated offensive linemen. So don't know if we're gonna be able to replace him this offseason. We might have to end up going with some of the youngsters, which definitely might be smart to get Seaton, Brailsford, and Pritchett some playing time. And how weird, why did the backup running back turn into a superstar when Ollie Gordon is still just a star? Such a weird game, dude. No real changes on the defensive side of things from what I can tell. So let's go put together another banger offseason and hopefully spend this $114 million wisely. So we have 15 players ready to negotiate. Oh gosh, Shedeur Sanders 5th-year option. Why is it $78 million total? Oh my god, I gotta accept it though. So Tyler Nubin, I'm kind of disappointed as a superstar. He's only up to an 83, but that just means I can get him for cheaper. Probably a little 4-year deal. He's not giving me any issues. Let's go. Ooh, Paris Johnson. That's gonna be a tough one. Probably a 4-year deal is good for Paris, and he's not interested in signing. What are you talking about? The bar was green, Paris. Not gonna lie, that could end up being a massive loss. Or I could just franchise tag him for 27 mil. Ooh, I'm gonna do that actually. Why the frick not? And I have the money. Now I have to admit, it would suck to trade for Kalijah Kancey and just lose out on him, which he has no interest in re-signing. I'll come back to him though. Drew Phillips, I mean, he's been quality for us. We've had some quality DBs for a while. He's young. I mean, we're gonna be able to get him for pretty freaking cheap too. At least he's not pulling a Paris Campbell. Now this is exactly why I didn't accept his 5th-year option, because we're gonna get him for relatively cheap compared to that. I do want a little longer 4-year deal. Up it a little bit to make sure he signs. And like, why is everybody leaving? Oh, it's so annoying, dude. I want this punter to come back. Just sign a 7-year deal. Make me happy, please, Brett. At least we have our punter long term. Now, do I sign Elkton to a 1-year deal? I think I might just run with one of my young guys. Screw it. Theo Johnson. We don't even have a backup tight end, so I feel like we gotta bring him back. At least we don't have to worry about having a backup tight end. Now, Kalijah Kancey, we gotta have him back, dude. He's such a big cap hit, though. We'll do 4 years. We'll up this just a little bit and hope it's enough. Thank you. Which going into free agency is going to leave us with 41 mil to spend. So hopefully we get lucky and some of the guys that actually left us in free agency will get an upgrade at their position. Jahmyr Gibbs is sitting there. I can't do it though. Jalen Carter, I would love to sign him, but I just don't think we can do it. Now he could be our lad to replacement, but that's just so much money. This would have been the free agency class to have a ton of money to spend. Do I do it and just go young offensive line? Jalen Carter, I mean, he's interested in joining me, give him a fat 5-year deal. I mean, where is top offer? That would be crazy. Which means I probably don't need to spend money elsewhere. I mean, I don't have to sign 5 players. It's just kind of my limit. So I'd really probably just need to go with like 1-year deals for the rest of this. Do need D in depth, so I'm gonna offer Jamin Davis. honestly think that's gonna be it. I would love to, afford a Nico Collins or Lab McConkey, but it's just not happening. Oh, I do need a tight end number 3. Maybe one of these guys has a mentor tag. I can even afford Dawson Knox. I mean, Jadavion Sanders has been with us before, so why not re-sign him? I mean, if we get these 3 guys, I feel like this offseason was a massive dub. We got 2 of them, and we're still looking to sign Jalen Carter. Hopefully nobody passes up. Come on, just sign with this, sign with this, sign with this. What in the world, dude? Like, what? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, nobody, just nobody had a better offer than us. Oh, I just feel like we just wasted all of that, dude. We could have went after different targets. I guess we still could bring back Latu. Maybe it was all meant to be because we can save some money. I just don't know why he didn't accept our offer in the first place. All this could have been avoided. I mean, we're his best offer. Like, why, dude? You could have just saved the stress. None of this could have happened. I wouldn't have to offer and get heartbroken by Jalen Carter. I think that is going to be it, though, unfortunately. So for now, this is what the new offensive line is going to look like. A bunch of young folk. And this is what the defense looks like currently. Don't forget, though, we still have the draft to go here. So I'm not real sure what kind of talent we're going to get here since we're picking at the end of the first round. I think I'm going to go corner because I'm pretty positive it's a really good corner class. He has A zone, A catching, C man, B press, and he had an extremely good combine. It's one of the fastest, one of the strongest, pretty good combination. Oh my gosh, dude. This might be one of those that we take this selection, and he's like one of the top 5 players in the entire draft. Daryl Blue. Oh, I lied. Top 6 has hidden development to a 93 speed. Dude, this could be a lockdown corner for the freaking future. I totally forgot we have 2 picks here at the end of the second round. Now, I know we already have a good center, but I'm kind of just going best player available. This guy's a scheme fit. He looks like an absolute monster. Had one of the best combines, not the strongest, but he has 4 A attributes, although stamina doesn't really count. I mean, he could have like 6 if the pass block and pass block power is good enough. Dude, this might be another one. We might be on a freaking roll here. Jason Samuels, 36 ranked player. So not like I thought we were about to get a top 10 player, but that's actually good. Hidden development too. Dude, we're off to a freaking heater. Now, our last pick in the second round is going to be our last of this 2028 draft. Now, this George Mallard guy looks like quite the freaking beast here. He's not great at one thing, but he's good at a lot of things. I'm just kidding. He has A play rec, A pursuit. So this guy, another one. I think we're about to get an absolute banger here. George Mallard, 37th ranked player in the draft. So he literally got 36 and 37 back to back. And also hidden development. So we hit on 3 out of 3 prospects. Now, if our front office can put together some good picks of their own here, this could end up being our best draft class yet. 78 rated cornerback and 2 74s. I mean, our front office put up an absolute stinker to end the class, but I think that's some really, really good selections there, boys. Now, we still have one trade to make, and I don't really quite know what to do with it. Unfortunately, do need to trade away one of these cornerbacks because I want to give the youngster some playing time so he can progress into a freaking all-star. So this is a trade I did not expect to be accepted. Dolman and Ojulari, moving on from them. I wasn't going to pay them. They had 2 years left in their deal. Phillips had a while left in his contract, but I wanted the young corner to get playing time, and we get somebody that can play guard for us. It means Pritchett can go back to tackle for us. I think even with the moves, we're still more than fine. Outside linebacker and corner. Always our last move. Got to sign a backup QB. Oh my gosh, is the world about to come full circle? I got to do it. It's too good to be true. Now let's go get Daniel Jones a freaking ring. And honestly, this might be our last chance for a while to win a Super Bowl because I think we're going to have a ton of players we have to re-sign this offseason, and I think we're going to have to end up just letting 2, 3, maybe 4 walk in free agency because we're not going to be able to afford them all. No first round bye, but we still went 11-6. With the league's #1 offense, defense sucked for some reason. Shedeur Sanders with an absolute masterclass. 4,800 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. Like, surely this is good enough to win MVP. Unless Mahomes did better. I got to check that out. Okay, Mahomes threw 15 interceptions. He threw more yards and stuff, but those 15 interceptions could be the difference, or the running game could. He had only 1 touchdown on the ground. Shedeur, please tell me you did something on the ground, I beg. Shedeur had 4 rushing touchdowns alongside Ollie Gordon 16. I'm gonna go ahead and check, dude. Did we get ourselves our first MVP? Yes, we did. Let's go. It's about freaking time. Oh, Patrick Mahomes has finally been slain. By the team through the year, Christian Watson led the squad with 1,400 yards and 19 touchdowns, overshadowing Malik Neighbors. Tyler Warren again had 1,000 yards through the air. Dontavian Wicks again had 1,000 yards through the air. Ollie Gordon again from running back had 400 yards. What about defense? Okay, breakout season here from Jalen Walker, 12.5 sacks. Brian Burns also had 10.5. A lot of guys shipping in. Dexter Lawrence with 9. Kalijah Kancey see our big re-sign with 8.5. Bobby had 8 from the middle linebacker position. Definitely a step back from Latu. Our young corner had a tackle for loss, a sack, and an interception. Don't know if that's rookie of the year numbers, though, unfortunately. But obviously, this guy benefited from the Aziz trade. I mean, it's the first year he got playing time. He had 12.5 sacks, dude. We should have had him playing earlier. We had 3 guys come to the top 10 for Offensive Player of the Year award. Defensive Player of the Award, we had Walker coming 4th. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Blue came in 5th. But I'm telling you, this guy's going to be a beast corner. Now, let's see if we can do it, dude. Can we make it back to another Super Bowl before things get serious in this offseason? Nope, unfortunately. Oh, the Eagles took us out in the conference championship, dude. That is diabolical. It's a super even game. Went into overtime. Went into double overtime, basically, because they had to score 2 touchdowns, and that's a heartbreaker, man. I mean, Shador outplayed Jalen Hurts, but Saquon went the frick off. I can't believe he's still a good running back. He's probably like 33, 34 at this point. Couldn't stop Devontae Smith either. Oh my god, dude. Malik Neighbors did nothing. We fought until the very end, boys. We fought until the end. I'm telling you guys right now, I am definitely not excited to see what the heck happens this offseason, because we're going to lose like 2, 3, maybe 4 starters, I think. But first, some big news as we had Ollie Gordon now up to superstar. I think we're gonna have to pay him this offseason too, which is just not a good thing. Also would like to note Shador Sanders and Malik Neighbors both now members of the 99 club. And defensively, Brian Burns lost his X Factor all the way down to star. Tyler Newman lost his superstar. But Walker, after 1 year start, now up to superstar. So it's gonna be a scary offseason, but at the same time, dude, I think this team still has a bright future. And let the depression begin, boys. 19 players we have to re-sign with 87 mil. Oh god, dude. Malik Neighbors, Tyler Warren, Ollie Gordon, Paris Johnson, Jason Henderson, Jalen Walker, his first year. We gotta freaking re-sign him. Malachi Moore. Oh no, dude. So for starters, Bobby's gonna walk. All these guys can walk. Don't care about you. Thanks for your effort, John Mechie. You're gone. Christian Watson, he's starting to go down. He's gone, even though he's been great for us. Parker, I don't think I'm gonna... 5th year option's only 10 mil. I think I will accept it. Now, first and foremost, we have got to find a way to bring back Malik Neighbors. He is going to cost so much money. It's going to end up costing us 50 mil a year. I'm going to up it just a little bit to make sure he does re-sign. 5-year deals, good for me. Thank the Lord, Malik Neighbors is coming back. Tyler Warren, we need him back too. 5-year deal for him, hopefully, is enough. Big tight end's coming back. I mean, he's had 1,000 yards every single season since entering the league, so I think that's worth it. Now, Ollie Gordon, unfortunately, for some reason, does not want to come back, but I want you back, Ollie. Like, his cap hit isn't even that bad. Like, we definitely can afford this, although I'm gonna have to up the offer a bit, although I really don't want to. 5-year deal for a running back. I feel like this is good, dude. He's gonna become a 99 rated if we can keep him. Thank the Lord, dude. That is massive. Now, some important moves here. Some important moves. God, dude, if Jalen Walker didn't break out, man, that's insane. So expensive. So it's like, do I re-sign him? I need Jason Henderson, though, because we don't have another middle linebacker. Like, it's important we bring him back. I'll give you a 5-year deal. I'll even up the money a little bit. Thankfully, he's coming back. Now, it's absolutely out of the question. We're not going to be able to re-sign Paris Johnson. It's fine. We have some young offensive linemen behind him. I mean, it sucks because he's freaking 88 rated offensive lineman. He's the second best offensive lineman we have, but tough choices have to be made sometimes. Now, like, do I try to bring back Walker? I don't think we're going to be able to afford him. Unless I restructure somebody's contract out there. Immediately restructure Malik Neighbors' contract will free up $11 million. I think I'm going to do that. Because now we should be able to bring back Jalen Walker. We can't afford him. Let me just up it a little bit to make sure he does resign. And he does. He's going to turn into an absolute superstar. I mean, he already is. Which means, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to bring back Malachi Moore. The rest of these guys are going to have to walk. I wonder if we can get a cheap free safety in free agency, though. Wait, how do we have 24 mil now to spend? Like, I don't know how that works. I don't know why that money just freed up. I don't know if it's like previous penalties or something. Like, do I try to bring back Paris Johnson now, or do I stick with the young buck? Like, we could draft a free safety, so Malachi Moore's not that important. It's definitely a lot more rare to get high-rated offensive linemen in the draft. So, I mean, if I could bring back one of our stars, it would probably be Paris Johnson. Or do I go with Troy here, since it'd be quite a bit cheaper, I think. I mean, an 88 rated offensive lineman is freaking massive, dude. I think I'm gonna go after it. Paris Johnson, hopefully you want to come back, brother. So that kind of sucks. We're tied with the Patriots, and all I can do is send the offer through. And he chose us over New England, thank God, but that's all we're gonna be able to afford. We're just gonna have to hope hope to God this is a good free safety class. So our number one goal here is draft a free safety. Hopefully there's one worth taking. So you have 3 fringe first round free safeties here at the end of the first. I gotta find which one is the best, and there's only one that has multiple A attributes. Crazy enough, it's the guy further down the board, and he is a scheme fit as well. Brennan Malone, B awareness, B man, A tackle. Screw it, Brennan's gonna be the selection, and he comes in as the 24th best player. Drafted him at 29. Hidden development as well. Massive dub here. So can we draft another banger here at the end of the second round? Glad I passed up on this guy because he fell all the way to the end of the second round, which means he's probably a stinker. Now, I really do need a wide receiver, and unfortunately, it looks like all these guys suck. It looks like the best guy available is either Keontae Flynn or Clifton Scarborough. Keontae has more A's and Clifton has more B's. Let's look at their combines. Okay, Keontae had a pretty garbage combine, to be fair, although he does have A catch in traffic, A spec catch, so he can go up and make a grab, apparently. I mean, he's 6'9". Oh my God. I have never seen a receiver like that in my life. Hold on, let me check out Clifton first. So he's physical, but not, he's not 6'9", he's 6'6", which is fair. But he had an insane combine. Was the strongest, was almost the fastest. That is an insane combination. He has the same spec catch too. I gotta go with him. I'm gonna take him. Now, if the 6'9" guy is available in the next round, I might go with him. But Clifton, he's gonna be our Christian Watson replacement, and he comes in as the 19th best player in the entire class. Let's freaking go, dude. Oh, but he has normal development. That ruins it all. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Now, I'm telling you right now, my third and final pick in this draft before the CPU takes over. If that receiver is still there, I'm taking him 100%, and he's gone. He's gone. I'm so sad, dude. I'm so sad. He was freaking 6'9". Now, I'm kind of looking at outside linebacker here for my last pick. All the other positions kind of suck at this point. I'm just trying to decipher which is the best one remaining. And you got a more of a coverage linebacker here, Michael Hatchett, who has A zone coverage. He has A hip power and B awareness, which looks like the best one available, even though it says to be a day 3 pick. I'm gonna look at his combine stats. He's not the fastest. He's pretty strong. Oh, I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to throw in a coverage linebacker into the core. Michael Hatchett, he's the selection, and I'm telling you, it is so much easier to draft in this Madden than any other Madden before. He does have hidden development as well, so we do hit on him. So another freaking dub. We only have a 6th and 7th round pick, so let's see what the CPU can do there. No big deal, just 3 75 rated players back to back to back. To be honest with you, I thought they were both a little bit higher rated, but you can't be mad at that. That's a banger. The only thing I'm disappointed in is the fact that this guy has normal development. If that was hidden development, this might have been my favorite draft class yet. 93 speed, definitely going to be our Christian Watson replacement. Before I start the new season and I forget, let's get our backup quarterback. And there's some pretty good backups out there. Might go ahead and sign Baker Mayfield. He's a mentor. At least he'd be good in case of an injury. There's an 86 rated freaking Harrison Butker just sitting there. Why the heck not? I have to say, boys, this offense is probably as good as it's ever been. I mean, it's freaking 95 rated. And we now have Ollie Gordon, Malik Neighbors, and Warren locked down for a long time. Now, the only problem, boys, is keep in mind, Shedeur Sanders, at his 99 overall, is in the last year of his contract, which he does have a $78 million cap hit, so hopefully we're going to be able to afford him. If not, dude, we could be absolutely freaking screwed. Same thing on defense. Oh my God, what in the world? Why is it telling me his depth trait? He's a superstar. Let's freaking go, Brennan. I was about to say, we're also gonna have to pay Dexter Lawrence here soon. I don't know if his contract's up this next year, but regardless, we're gonna be losing some players here fast. Middle linebacker kind of sucks. That's the big problem from what I can see on this defense. I do think for the first time, though, I am gonna pass up on trading for anybody. I really don't think there's any positions I can afford to upgrade at, because we just don't have the money, and I need to re-sign Shedeur Sanders in the offseason. So I think we're just gonna skip straight to the playoffs and hope to God we get a 1 seed again. This has been a theme of my videos lately. It's like I can only win a Super Bowl if we get the 1 seed. If we don't get the 1 seed, we end up getting knocked out. Well, you best believe I am happy with that one. Maybe we can win another Super Bowl here. But how do we get here? With the #1 offense, once again, we definitely take that. Now, defense, defensively come in top 10 again. It's always a dub. Now, Shedeur Sanders with an insane 53 touchdown season, 9 interceptions, almost 5,000 yards. This might be good for a second MVP. Let's go ahead straight off the rip. Compare him to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was not even close. This could be a runaway for Shedeur. Oh, yeah, without a freaking doubt, dude. There is a chance the quarterback had an insane season on the ground, which always could screw things up, but I don't see anything, but it's always a possibility. Now, on the ground, Ollie Gordon doing Ollie Gordon things. He is going to be a 99 overall here, super fast. Malik Neighbors, dude, with the season of his life. And you guys know now why we paid him what we did. And talk about paying players. Tyler Warden, we gave him a big contract at tight end. He's had 1,000 yards every season of his career, dude. We had to pay him. Look at the rookie, dude, outperforming Wicks. 959 yards, 11 touchdowns for a rookie that wasn't supposed to go until day 3. Yeah, he has normal dev, so he hasn't gone up to 80 or anything. If he had stars, he'd probably be at 82 by now. But hopefully he won Rookie of the Year or something, so maybe that dev trait can increase this offseason. Defensively, Jason Henderson with the most tackles. We didn't quite get to the quarterback as much as I wanted to. We gave Jalen Walker big money. He only put up 7.5. Now let's see, dude. Did Shedeur Sanders lock up MVP number 2? And yes, he did. Oh my gosh, dude. What a freaking dub. Now we just need to win another Super Bowl. Got robbed for Coach of the Year, though. Malik Neighbors, deservingly so, wins Offensive Player of the Year. What about our rookie? He also wins Rookie of the Year, too, which could be big. Like I said, he's probably going to increase in dev trait. So what a freaking pick that was, dude. Our young free safety didn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year, though. I didn't even see how he did. At 60 tackles, didn't get a pick, though. He is up to an 82. So that superstar dev trait was massive. I mean, my God, dude. We're up to a 92 overall team with a 97 offense, 88 defense. Let's go win our second Super Bowl. We seem to always make it when we get a first round bye. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing ourselves, though. Let's freaking go. Told you guys, first round bye's freaking magic. Beat the Panthers by 11 and barely squeak past the Rams. All we have to do is take down the Texans, who beat the 7 seed Browns to get here. They've had such a Mickey Mouse run. They beat the 5 seed, 6 seed, and 7 seed. We got this. Don't forget, this could technically be the last game of Shedeur's career here in New York. Hopefully, he went out with a bang. We lost? I mean, we outgained him by 14 yards, Stroud threw 5 touchdowns and 0 picks, Sanders threw 1. Don't know why we didn't run the ball more, dude. He's averaging 9.4 yards per carry. Dumb game from our offensive coordinator. Couldn't stop freaking Tank Dell. Promise you guys, though, this is not going to be the last Super Bowl we make it to. Just wish we could have went ahead and completed the challenge so I didn't have to be stressed out. Now, we had some movement, boys. Ollie Gordon now, deservingly so, up to X Factor. Our young receiver, now a star, knew he was going to develop. I mean, having 4 X Factors on the same offense is nuts. We just got to make sure we re-sign Sanders. Oh, no, dude. Our young safety lost his superstar. That's so depressing. Why, dude? He's even regressed? How? He's freaking 22 years old. All right, our number 1 focus this offseason, if nothing else happens, is we sign freaking Shedeur Sanders back. Please, dear God. Now, it says we only have 20 million in available cap. We have 12 players ready to negotiate contracts. Absolutely freaking not. Oh my God, why does he not have interest in re-signing? This is not a good thing. Like, I don't get it, dude. He wants to be in a warm weather state, and we do not have the money to re-sign him. Oh, freaking no. Oh my gosh, what do I do? And at the same time, we're going to have to accept Jordan's 5th-year option. Like, I'm wondering if at this point, it's worth it just to save the money and draft a quarterback, because we'd lose so many players. We're going to lose Dexter Lawrence. We're going to lose Pritchett. We're going to lose Wicks. At the same time, though, dude, how do you pass up on a freaking 99 rated quarterback? But, like, again, how am I going to free up 51 million? I might just have to take my losses, dude, honestly, and draft a quarterback. Oh, this sucks. This sucks so bad. Why can't we have just won the Super Bowl? I'm not even going to be able to afford to re-sign Dexter Lawrence either. I told you guys, I knew eventually we were going to be screwed. Wait, I got an idea. What if I offer him this and it's not letting me? Let me give him a terrible offer. This is gonna take me 5 years just to get this offer underneath the salary cap. I have an idea that can possibly cheat the system here, so let me send out this garbage offer to him. What do you mean I don't have the salary cap? It really says I do. But I gave him an offer and obviously he declined it, so I can franchise tag him for $80 million, and I'm gonna do so, and I think that works. And it now says I'm negative $60 million million in the salary cap. So obviously all these guys are gone. Maybe the move is I continue to franchise tag them until I can afford them, or I just have to draft the quarterback here and hopefully develop them. I think again, buddy, but I think it's safe to say we're not going to be signing a single free agent this offseason. So we got to hope to God there's some solid quarterbacks in this class, which it does not look like that's the case whatsoever. Oh, it looks terrible. The only guy that I might would be interested in is Danny Valentine here, but I don't know if he's going to fall to me. The latest mock draft has him going 13, so if I want to get the only half-decent quarterback in this class, I'd have to trade up somehow. Wait, is it not going to let me? It didn't let me trade up. Why does it skip to my pick? Why does it skip to my freaking pick, dude? Oh, dude, we didn't get the quarterback. I'm so mad about that. Now I don't know what to do here. Need defensive tackle or wide receiver. None of these guys really look good, unfortunately, especially for a late first round pick. Oh, I don't know what to do. Screw it, I might go tight end, because the tight ends actually look really good. Jeremy Hankin here's a scheme fit. He has a bunch of A attributes. So is Dexter here, and he was quite a bit faster. I'm going Jeremy Hankins. Hopefully he's not a stinker. I had the best player left on the board. He is 16th in true value. What a dub. He's normal dev though. Gosh dang it, he's gonna be a career backup. When they drop in the draft like that, there's normally a freaking reason why. Now, unfortunately, all the receivers I wanted got taken. I think all these guys suck. Maybe this Jose Brown guy's not too shabby. He actually looks pretty good. I do want to go middle linebacker, though, because we need a better middle linebacker number 2. Maybe somebody can start for me in the future. And there's this guy, Dominique Cloud, has an A awareness rating, which is always really good for a linebacker. Ooh, Adrian looks good, too. What was Dominique's combine? Okay, he looks like the fastest and the strongest, as always. A really good combination. He has B's everywhere, A's everywhere. I'm taking him. With a decent coverage linebacker too, he comes in as the 9th ranked player in the entire draft, and he has normal dev trait. Gosh dang it, dude. Another freaking wasted pick. Doesn't matter if he's a 99 rated, dude. If they have normal dev, it's over. So one more pick here in the 3rd round. What can we do here? Is it worth going with those wide receivers? Nah, dude, they're freaking garbage. Since we lost Dexter Lawrence, I absolutely have to take a defensive tackle, so I'm probably just gonna go best one available. And this guy down here has multiple A's. Teron Stanton. Let's see if he had a good combine. If he did, he's probably going to be the move. He had 45 reps on the bench press. Oh my god. With how much strength correlates to overall for defensive linemen, specifically defensive tackle, this might be one of those instances, again, where this is a top 10, top 15, possibly top 20 player. Teron Stanton comes in as the 26th ranked player. Not as high as what I thought. That's still an absolute banger, basically in the 4th round. And 97 strength. I mean, we got really high overall players, dude, but every single one of them had normal dev. It's like it just freaking ruined. Hopefully the computer drafts better than I can. They better have been 99 overalls. They weren't. 75 rated, 76 rated, 74 rated. So not too shabby, but they all had normal dev, so it's kind of an L. I have to say though, dude, there's never been more of a sense of urgency as there is right now heading into the new decade, because I really don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to hold this team together, dude. I'm not going to be able to re-sign any of these offensive linemen when their contracts are up. All the young offensive linemen behind them that were quality that I had drafted, they're just gone now. I'm sure some of these defenders' contracts are going to be up here anytime soon. I don't know, dude. Hopefully we can win while we still can. And another problem is I'm not going to be able to trade because I have negative $25 million in cap room. So we just got to sim straight at the end of the season, dude, and hope for the freaking best. I don't know if it's possible for me to just continue franchise tagging Shedeur Sanders every single offseason, because if not, I don't see a world where I can ever afford to re-sign. Well, safe to say, I think the franchise tag was a good move. Oh my god, how did this happen? I mean, most of the games weren't even freaking close. A close win against the Eagles, blew out the Panthers. Our only loss came against the Saints. And it went into overtime too, dude. We outgained them by 120 yards. It all came down to freaking Shedeur Sanders throwing 2 picks. So we were literally an overtime away from going 17-0. So surely, dude, that is good enough to win ourselves another Super Bowl, right? We had the #1 offense. That's the most yards I think I've ever seen us have by far. Now, defensively, I don't know what that means. I think that's a good thing when it's invisible. Kind of stuff you have to decipher. Yes, we have 300 yards less than anybody else. Oh my god, this is insane. This is some of the craziest numbers I've ever seen in franchise history, dude. 59 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. I just wish we could afford to re-sign him long term, dude. Now, on the ground, Ollie Gordon with the season of his life. 1,500 yards, only 9 touchdowns, though. I mean, all the touchdowns went through the air. Now, through the air, we had 3 receivers with 1,000+ yards. Who is this guy? Had 18 touchdowns. What on earth? Drafted him in the 5th round years ago. I don't understand. Good year from Malik Neighbors, too, but overshadowed by Morgan Pickens. Oh, you know, Tyler Warren with yet again another 1,000-yard season. Oh, would you look at that? Brian Burns, Kalijah Cansey stepping up big. Jordan Hall, the defensive tackle, finally getting playing time, had 9.5 sacks. Jalen Walker had 9. Latu's not really living up to his contract. Good season from the rookie middle linebacker, too. Of course, Shedeur won another MVP, and of course, I won Coach of the Year. How did Shedeur not win Offensive Player of the Year? That's nuts. Poor middle linebacker couldn't quite win Defense Rookie of the Year. Now, surely, dude, we have enough to make it back to the Super Bowl. We have a first-round bye. We went 16-1 for crying out loud. There's just no way that just happened. We went 16-1, and we got knocked out of the playoffs. We got knocked out in the freaking conference championship game. I don't believe it. Oh, my God, dude. I am so mad about that. I am so upset. Malik Neighbors had a fumble, dude. Why? He had 12 catches, 178 yards. That is brutal. Dude, 2 straight runs where we should have won the Super Bowl, which would have completed the challenge. And now we have to go into another freaking offseason not knowing what to do. I'm not gonna, like, get too excited or anything, but it does now say we have $66 million in available salary cap, which means there's probably a few players with contracts expiring. So if we do sign Shedeur to a long-term deal, we're probably gonna lose a lot of players, unfortunately. We were, like, so close. Literally 2 overall away from having 4 99 overall offensive players. Shedeur is literally so good that he has an extra skill point that he can't even use. I have a feeling we're gonna lose a couple of these offensive linemen. Oh no, dude, Brian Burns is absolutely decimated, man. Down to an 85 overall. I wonder if he's one of those guys with expiring contracts. Let's see, dude. He would be a massive loss even though he's down to an 85. He's been so good for us. 17 players need to renegotiate their contracts. Here we go, dude. Moment of freaking truth. Shedeur Sanders, obviously. So we're definitely gonna take the 5th-year option of that cornerback. Actually, $18 million is kind of crazy. I maybe could re-sign him next year. Unfortunately, that backup running back, he's probably gonna have to go. Jordan Hall. Oh, we gotta have him, dude. We don't have any other defensive tackle. Whatever, Flott, our highest rated corner. Yep, Brian Burns is gonna be gone. You know what? We just gotta go straight after Shedeur Sanders, and it just sucks, dude, because I don't understand why he's not interested in re-signing. We can't even offer him, dude. Like, we still don't have enough. Like, that's just insane. So I think I'm gonna have to do exactly what I did last year and just franchise tag him again, which means I'm literally going to lose every other player. But I just cannot afford to lose a 99 overall quarterback. I don't get this either, dude. I have $5 million available in cap room. What do you mean I don't have it? I have to franchise tag him for the 2nd straight year, which gives me negative $16 million to work with. Yay. I might as well go ahead and accept this 5th-year option because, I mean, like, at least that means I'll have him for an extra year, because when it comes time where I have to renegotiate his contract, I might not be able to. So at least if I have his 5th-year option, I'll have him locked down for another year, because it's even more important than ever, because we're losing our #1 cornerback in Cordell Flott. We're also losing our #1 freaking defensive tackle, man. Aw, dude, next year's gonna be a freaking struggle, I tell ya. I mean, again, I might have to try my best just to draft a quarterback, dude, because eventually the franchise tagging's not gonna work, and I'm gonna lose Shedeur. Now, somehow, I magically have $10 million in the bank. That would be real nice to spend money on these guys. Maybe I could afford Hall if I gave him a 7-year deal, and I don't get you, dumb game. He literally says I have $1 million left. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sign any free agents, so I want to look at the draft class and see what quarterbacks are out there. Jelani Barrington's a top 5 talent. Also have a few other guys that have round 1 talent. Should I try to trade up and get Jelani Barrington in the top 5? Let's try for it, man. Let's use our 1 trade on this. First, where does the mock draft have him going? Mock draft has him going all the way at 9. Maybe we can just get a top 5 pick and still get them. But let me get to the draft first and check the latest mock draft and then kind of gauge from there. Okay, latest mock draft has him going 10 to my Tennessee Titans. So every mock draft has had him out of the top 8. So maybe we try and trade up to 8 and try to get the Cowboys pick. This is going to be an absolute freaking doozy, boys. Maybe I need to trade him for Ashton Genty instead. But what does it take? Like a 3rd round pick? I mean, I'm just testing the waters here. Climb, but we're getting somewhere. Any player I could trade? Ooh, Theo Johnson. Get the frick out of here, buddy. Still declined. I'm going to have to use a 2nd round pick, aren't I? Still declined, dude. My goodness. We got a future 3rd added in. This is going to hurt us. This is going to hurt us so bad. Going to hurt us as much as not having a franchise quarterback. So first 2 seconds in Theo Johnson, and it's still declined. How about like 2 5th rounders? Is that enough? This is absolutely insane what we're doing right now. I'm throwing a 5th rounder from this year, still declined. 6th rounder from this year, still declined. Like, imagine I do all this and he gets taken before pick number 8. What I just did is absolutely insane, dude. Like, talk about wagering your freaking future. If I did that and the quarterback gets taken, I really could have screwed up this rebuild. Oh, thank God. It does not look like he got taken. So we might just have the quarterback of the future for the New York Giants, Jelani Barrington. We have him fully scouted, a top 5 talent. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank the freaking Lord. He's 6'6", 225 pounds. What an absolute freaking tank. The #1 ranked player in the entire draft. Hidden development, 95 throw power, 81 speed. Shedeur Sanders, who? I think I'm just going to make one more pick this draft, and I've absolutely got to go cornerback. Probably just going to go best available, and it looks like this guy has A-man coverage, B-zone. Strongest at the combine, too, not the fastest. So Tyler Thompson, please don't be an absolute stinker. He comes in as the 21st best player in the draft. I literally just took 2 seconds to do that. Hidden development, too. You know what? I'll go ahead and take the pick here in the 4th round, get our 3rd selection. Let's see if the draft god can do it again. I'm gonna go corner again because we literally have like 2 corners in the entire team. Luke Baskett is the selection. Okay, did not do as good that time. I need the computer to draft me a 99 rated here. All right, moment of freaking truth, dude. What is that quarterback's overall? Comes in as a 79 rated rookie quarterback, and that corner we got 75 too. We needed that badly. Ended up drafting 3 cornerbacks, but I'm so infatuated with Jelani here. He's gonna sit behind Shedeur Sanders for 1 year, but he's gonna take over next year. Dang right, he's the quarterback of the future. At the same time though, very happy we still have Shedeur Sanders for another season, because hopefully he can take us to a Super Bowl so he can complete the challenge. And then from there we try to get Super Bowl 3, maybe Super Bowl 4, maybe Super Bowl 5. We're just so screwed at defensive tackle, man. Hopefully there's an available free agent we can sign to like plug and fill this year. Maybe we go ahead and trade for a D tackle. The best defensive tackle in free agency is a 79 rated. I mean, I could just go ahead and sign him. Screw it, dude. We're simming straight through. Can we go 17-0 this time? I mean, it's not 16-1, but we'll take another 1st round bye. I mean, for crying out freaking loud, dude, we have a 99 offense. Like, that's unheard of. Our young quarterback, although he's not got any playing time, is up to an 81 overall, and we now do officially have 499 overall players on the same exact offense. Wish I could say the same about defense, though. We don't have a single X factor. #1 offense in the league, once again. Defense just outside the top 10. Shedeur Sanders is doing Shedeur Sanders things. Ollie Gordon with another masterclass. League neighbors, good season. Look at Clifton putting up some good numbers once again. Oh, and that's the first time the streak is broken, brother. First time in his career he's not eclipsed 1,000 yards. Okay, some breakout seasons here defensively, though. Jalon Walker with a career-high 15 sacks. He's so up and down. Same thing, Latu. He goes from having like 10 sacks, 7 sacks, 2 sacks, 2 sacks, to 12.5. Good season from Kalijah, too. And look at Mekhi Wingo. Just signed him out of free agency. He put up 7 sacks. Oh, what do you know? Another MVP for Shedeur. How did I not win another Coach of the Year, dude? All right, come on, dude. I'm ready for another freaking Super Bowl. It honestly might be now or never, dude. Just please tell me the sim's gonna end and we're in the Super Bowl. Let's go! Now, to be fair, though, the Raiders also look very, very freaking good. They're 90 overall. Oh, thank God we got revenge over the Cardinals in the NFC Championship. If we got knocked out by them 2 straight years, I would have been so sad. Very even game. This year, Shedeur didn't throw a pick. Literally, the 1 interception from Dylan Raiola was the difference. Good game from Ollie Gordon. We stopped him on the ground. Malik Neighbors is incredible, dude. Tyler Warren now might not have had his best ever regular season, but coming up big when his team needed him the most. Now, we have got to do some scouting here. Deion Walker from Kentucky up to a 99. Brock Bowers, basically a 99. Creed Humphreys on the squad. Who's their quarterback? Oh my God, Bryce Young. Bryce Young, the 86 overall, has turned into a very, very good quarterback. Obviously, he's in the Super Bowl. So hopefully Shedeur can bring us one more Super Bowl before he officially passes the torch. Now or never, boys. Is now or never. We have a 99 overall freaking offense, dude. Surely we win this. Surely we don't let Bryce Young ruin this for us. We take a 7-0 lead. I want it to be a blowout. Come on. Come on, score 10-0. I'd rather been a touchdown. Our defense playing the game of their lives right now. 17-0. Dude, this is going to be a shutout. Come on. Keep the goose egg on the board. 20-0. What a freaking performance, dude. 20-0. We shut the Raiders and Bryce Young down. Oh my gosh, dude. I did not expect that. But you best believe I am so happy. I've got to say, boys, it has been a long time freaking coming. Not a bad last game in New York for Shedeur. I think it's safe to say, dude, Ollie Gordon carried us. Look at our former 5th round pick, dude. Balling the frick out. Now time to see if we can win another Super Bowl in the post-Shedeur Sanders era. And funny enough, he has 2 upgrades that he can't even freaking use. Now to be fair, we have $86 million in salary cap. And it's nice to know that that rookie came in as a superstar and didn't lose it even though he didn't play his rookie year. And when he takes over, dude, I mean, he's going to have 3 99 rated skill position players and he's going to have a really good offensive line unless we do lose all of them. So he's going to be put into a really good position. Defensively, God, Nubin lost his star. Deontay Banks lost his star. Like, after winning the Super Bowl, which is crazy. But Walker finally became an X Factor. And I have to say, dude, it's probably well deserved. Now, it might be officially time to part ways with Shedeur, boys. $87 million to spend, and we could re-sign him, but we drafted that rookie quarterback for a reason. It's time to pass the torch, and we really don't need our finances in a bind moving forward. Need to bring all these guys back. Andrew Thomas is back. Hopefully, so is this stud center, thankfully. Also going to confirm the 5th-year option of my stud-free safety, George Mallard. We definitely want him to come back. Deontay Banks, I do want him back on a 1-year deal at least. I can't believe Tyler Nubin is so bad, dude, but I do need him back, even if it's just on a 2-year deal. And it's official, boys. We cannot afford Shedeur Sanders. To be completely honest with you, I'm kind of excited to see where he ends up. We are targeting a 91 rated strong safety and a new D tackle. Hopefully we land both, and I think we landed Benton. Can you please land this freaking strong safety, dude? Thank God. Shedeur Sanders still hasn't accepted a contract, which is crazy to me. I wonder if nobody can afford him. Nope, the freaking Colts get him, dude. Not gonna lie, it's kind of depressing. It's time for the new boy to shine, though. Crazy, just in 7 seasons in New York, he put up almost 3,400 yards, 340 touchdowns, 79 interceptions. Oh no, I just accidentally simmed a freaking draft. Oh, I'm so stupid, dude. Well, hopefully the front office took care of that. Oh no, dude, I just ruined everything. Jesus. Normal dev receiver with 87 speed. I'm such an idiot. Oh my God, there was a 77 rated tight end we picked. There was a 77 corner. Oh man, that hurts. It hurts. It hurts so bad. It's time to move forward though, dude. I'm so excited to see what this team can do with that young quarterback. Imagine them making it to the Super Bowl versus the Colts and Shedeur Sanders. You have got to be freaking kidding me. There's no way Shedeur carried us that much. We're a 93 overall team, for crying out loud. I mean, we still had a top 10 offense. Did our defense suck? Our defense wasn't that bad. Aw, 17 interceptions, dude. The growing pains. Did he at least improve up to an 86? So maybe next year he can lead us to a Super Bowl. I mean, Ollie Gordon's still good. It's the worst season I think we've ever seen from Tyler Warren and Malik Neighbors. Now, why did our backup tight end get so many targets, dude? Led the team in touchdowns. 82 rated normal dev tight end that I did draft. At least he was somewhat productive, although it didn't mean anything. Dude, Walker became an X Factor and sucked. I don't even think I want to know how good Shedeur Sanders did. He only threw 25 touchdowns, 9 picks, like nothing way too crazy. He did have 8 rushing touchdowns. Oh, and they barely made the playoffs, so at least that makes me feel a little bit better. Now, if they do win the Super Bowl, I might shed a tear. Hey, as long as they didn't make the Super Bowl, I'm happy. Gotta regroup and get ready for next year. Need a big offseason, which hopefully I can afford a few folks. We are at the point where I need to check, see if any of our better players are retiring. Oh, Andrew Thomas did, so that's great. Been our freaking left tackle the entire rebuild. Now I'm gonna have to find a way to replace him. Oh, dude, the team's collapsing, man. Ollie Gordon down to a 95. Malik Neighbors lost his X Factor. I guess Ollie Gordon is 29. It's crazy. They can have the greatest years ever. They hit 29. They lose a ton of points. Lost 21. Oh, no, dude. This is absolutely brutal. I don't think we're gonna be able to afford everybody. So we definitely definitely have got to bring back Seton. He's a 93 rated offensive guard, which I'll probably convert him to tackle, to be honest with you. No, we'll give you 4 years. Just please come back, please. Thank you. Clifton, my man, former 5th round pick. You gotta come back. Got to. Thanks, Cliff. But now, I don't think we're gonna be able to afford Daryl. I need Daryl in my life. Now, we're gonna restructure a contract or 2 or 3. Restructuring this safeties contract should be enough. Daryl's back, thank God. The rest of these guys are gone, though. We're gonna lose Latu. Thanks for your service, brother. Well, I gotta bring Deontay Banks back in a 1-year deal, too. Yay, another year I get to skip free agency. Draft wasn't the worst, but also not the best. We definitely need a defensive end. At least we got a decent one to replace Latu. I mean, this offense should be winning more than 7 games, man. Especially if this defense can hold up. Gonna speak it into existence. We're gonna go from 7-10 to a 1st round bye, and the young bucket quarterback's gonna play so well that he's gonna lead us to our 3rd Super Bowl. I told you guys, I'm the Madden scientist. Those dang Colts and Shedeur Sanders squeaked in, though. The young quarterback led us to the NFL's #1 offense. Defensively, though, we sucked. I mean, who needs Shedeur Sanders, man? 56 touchdowns, 7 picks? Oh my gosh, dude, up to a 90 overall already. And he didn't even play his rookie season. Like, that's a pretty big improvement. Another decent season from Ollie Gordon. Malik Neighbors doing Malik Neighbors things. 25 touchdowns. Tyler Warren squeaked past over 1,000 yards. And Clifton showing exactly why we re-signed him. Oh my God, dude, look at the young rookie putting up 10.5 sacks. Wait, that's not a rookie? The rookie put up 2 sacks. That's disappointing. Oh my gosh, dude, that is actual poetry. That is so hilarious. Like, I can't even freaking script that. I mean, he had a pretty good season too, not gonna lie. Had 11 touchdowns on the ground, but nowhere close to Jelani numbers. All right, we're skipping straight through, man. I'm ready for another Super Bowl appearance. God, the Packers knocked us out in the conference championship. At least, though, the positives. Colts got 1st rounded. Come on, we get one more offseason, dude. I want Super Bowl #3. Well, some really good news. Barrington already up to Superstar X Factor, 94 rated. So, like, he's gonna probably pass Shedeur Sanders here soon. He's already the 7th ranked quarterback. I think it's safe to say, dude, we made the right decision. Also, rightfully so, Malik Neighbors back up to X Factor. But unfortunately, dude, Ollie Gordon's starting to go backwards. Although he's still a very, very good running back. I mean, he's still top 5. I don't know how much of this offensive line we're gonna be able to keep, though, unfortunately. But crazy enough, I didn't even know that defensive end's a superstar. I don't know if he just progressed this last week or if he came as one, but if he came as one, he just did not put up numbers to warrant it. Not asking questions, though. I mean, if we don't lose everybody here, I don't think a Super Bowl is out of the question. So obviously accepting his 5th-year option. Oh no, dude, Malik Neighbors is a free agent. Tyler Warren's a free agent. Oh my God, it's this again. Ollie Gordon's a free agent. Oh no, oh no. Jackson Powers Johnson. Both our middle linebackers. I don't think we're going to be able to afford everybody. Best believe I'm going to try it, though. Malik, please, brother. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, Malik. Thank God. He's going to stay a Giant for life. Hopefully, Tyler Warren is going to do the same here. Thank you. Still have 58 mil. Now, let's make sure we get Brennan Malone back. Make it a little bit more favorable for him, and he's coming back as well. And Jackson Powers Johnson is somebody we absolutely have got to bring back here. He's an 88 rated offensive lineman. Those are 2 freaking important to be losing. God dang it, what'd I just say, Jackson? Also, we cannot be losing Ollie Gordon. Absolutely not. I'll pay through the freaking roof for him if I have to. A 92 rated running back is just way too important to lose. Thank you. We gotta bring back at least one of our middle linebackers. And Jason's back. Now, Hankins can go because I don't need to be spending that much money on a backup tight end. Now, I'm actually thinking about just franchise tagging Jackson Powers Johnson. Why not? Which leaves us with $5 million left over. And I do have an idea because I want to go all out this offseason. So I'm going to restructure as many contracts as humanly possible. Whoever takes over for me as head coach is going to be screwed. And with those restructures, we freed up $55 million to spend in this free agency. And you better believe I'm going to spend every last penny. There's some good players out there, you know, like Jamar Chase. I think I am going to send a little 1-year offer out to Trent McDuffie. He's the highest rated free agent available. Just because it's Jamar Chase, yes, we are going to offer him. Now, I need defensive tackle bad, and Mike Hall Jr.'s there, but he's not interested for some reason. Like, why? Well, he has no real choice because we're his only offer. So hopefully we're able to land all 3 here. And that would be freaking massive, dude. We got Jamar Chase. We got Mike Hall. Missed out on Trent McDuffie, though. We still can get Sauce Gardner, which would be a pretty solid consolation prize. We're his best offer. Maybe I can afford somebody else on top of it. We could use a decent backup middle linebacker. And why not sign washed up George Pickens while I can? So let's see if this is going to end up being our 5 signings. There's just no way we missed out on Sauce. That is so unfortunate, dude. Like, where did that offer come from? We still can go after Mitchell here. If I had enough space, I would also sign Surtain. Guess Quinyon Mitchell is going to have to do. Now, instead of actually participating in this year's NFL draft, since I actually have available salary cap for once, I'm going to go ahead and complete my one trade of the year for the first time in a long time and try to bring in a superstar. I mean, I literally can use 3 first-round picks here. Need to get a stud of a defensive end. Well, I think it's beyond safe to say this is our biggest trade of the day. Oh my god. So easily the best defensive line this team's ever had. Probably the best defense in general, too. I mean, on offense, we have our young quarterback with Malik Neighbors and Jamar Chase to throw to. Not to forget Scarborough and Warren. With an incredible offensive line. It's a freaking 93 overall team with a 97 offense, 89 defense. Will probably be a 99 offense by the end of the season. I mean, we really should be going 17-0 this season. We should at least be winning our 3rd Super Bowl. I mean, it's not 17-0, but it was pretty gosh dang close. I mean, we literally lost week 1 away from home against the Packers and didn't lose again until we lost to the Jags at home. Oh, what a surprise. Just the best offense in the NFL and a top 5 defense. That's just hilarious, dude. Not once did Shedeur Sanders throw for 60 touchdowns in a season. At least Ollie Gordon still has enough juice to go for 1,000 yards and average 4 yards a carry. And even though he's kind of washed, like, it doesn't matter, obviously, as Jamar Chase just put up 1,200 yards and 26 receiving touchdowns. And look at Tyler Warren, dude. That's a career high in receiving touchdowns for him, too, with 17. 4 1,000-yard receivers. And funny enough, 99 Malik Neighbors was the worst performing of them all. But those 2 defensive linemen that we got, oh my gosh, dude. 25.5 sacks for Jack. 22.5 sacks for Peter. Yeah, dude, screw them picks. Now let's go win ourselves a gosh dang Super Bowl. If we don't make the Super Bowl with the team we built, dude, there is something severely wrong with this game. And what I freaking tell ya, wait a freaking second, dude. There's absolutely no way this just happened. Oh my gosh, dude. We have to face Shedeur Sanders in the Super Bowl. Like, you just knew it was gonna happen eventually. Oh my gosh, dude, that is so crazy. That is so freaking crazy. Took down the Commanders by 3, then absolutely obliterated the Panthers in the conference championship, while Shedeur squeezed past the Chargers, took down the Ravens by 2 touchdowns, and then barely squeaked past the Titans to lead us into what is one of the most insane Super Bowls I've ever seen in channel history. And I have to say, dude, after 10 full seasons of rebuilding the NFL's worst team, if we end things off by losing the Super Bowl to our former quarterback that we just let go in free agency, it's going to be rather anticlimactic. I would rather end off with our 3rd Super Bowl. Thank God! And would you take a wild guess at who won Super Bowl MVP? And would you take a wilder guess at who won Coach of the Year? Oh my gosh, Shedeur Sanders completely outplayed. Destroyed him on the ground too. Tyler Warren coming up big, the former 5th round pick coming up big. Malik Neighbors coming up big, which that was obviously enough for both Jamar Chase and George Pickens to ride off into the sunset. Think yours truly is going to do the same, but not before winning 5 Coach of the Years, 4 conference championships, and 3 Super Bowls in just 10 seasons, while coming in as the 3rd greatest head coach in NFL history. I think I earned it. Now, if you enjoyed that one, you can click right here to watch me rebuild the Jacksonville Jags. And honestly, this Jags rebuild was probably harder than rebuilding the Giants. While you're still here, brother, please subscribe before I go crazy trying to become the first YouTuber to hit 1 trillion subs.